This story is called Tinysaurus. Just a little guy. Tinysaurus. Of course, dinosaurs are big. Everyone knows that. That's a great big guy. Great big red guy. But there was just one dinosaur that was small. Very small. He's a little tiny blue guy. A little tiny Triceratops. Tinysaurus wasn't much bigger than a cat, so nobody took much notice of him. See, he's just like the kitty, he's so small. The other dinosaurs stamped around from tree to tree, making everything shake. You always know when there's a dinosaur around when the trees start to shake. Look at those great big tall guys. You probably know what those are. Great big tall dinosaurs, taller than the trees. Tinysaurus didn't stamp around. He just curled up and waited for those great big dinosaurs to pass him by. He's just kind of watching and being very careful because they're big. And not only did those great big dinosaurs make the trees shake, they also stretched up high and ate the leaves. Some trees had fruits, so that was even better. They're having a nice supper. Munching on the leaves from up high in the trees. Here's the little blue Triceratops. He's just kind of watching them right now. Tinysaurus couldn't do that. Tinysaurus couldn't make the trees shake even a little bit. Tinysaurus couldn't stretch up high enough to eat the leaves or the fruits, but Tinysaurus knew exactly what to do. He had an idea. Hey, there's a little ladybug on the tree. This light bulb means like he has a good idea. I have an idea. The big dinosaurs never saw that Tinysaurus followed so close behind them. Tinysaurus just waited. He waited until the trees stopped shaking and the big dinosaurs stomped off to shake new trees. Just waiting for them to finish their supper. But as big, tall dinosaurs never, ever looked down, they didn't see that so much fruit and so many leaves had fallen to the ground. They were busy eating up high, but they were knocking a lot of food down on the ground where Tinysaurus could get it. See, it's falling through the air right there. And he's got a big pile, looks like maybe oranges or maybe peaches. Yummy. He's just eating away, filling his tummy. What a feast came tumbling down from those shaking trees. Tinysaurus just sat and waited for the fruits to fall down right in front of him. He had to be careful they didn't fall on his head. Look, the fruits just falling from the trees. The big dinosaurs didn't even know they were knocking down a meal for Tinysaurus. Dinosaurs are very messy eaters. They really don't bother about what misses their great big mouths. They also make a lot of slurpy noises. They don't have very good manners. It's hard to miss a dinosaur having lunch. Look at that guy. I think you know what he's called with that big flat thing on his head. But the biggest danger to Tinysaurus is getting stepped on. Dinosaurs never look where they're going. They head for the next fruit tree and just stomp off. Any small animals on the ground are in great danger. Nobody wants to be stomped on by a dinosaur, so Tinysaurus had to be very careful. Uh-oh, that was a close one. Just about got stepped on, it looks like. Tinysaurus stayed behind the dinosaurs. He listened carefully, and when he heard them slurping and felt the trees shaking, he took cover. He tried to find somewhere safe to hide, usually under big shiny leaves. Oh, the fruit fell, but he was under the shade here, and it bounced off on the ground. Then Tinysaurus waited and listened. It's best to wait until the dinosaur has finished lunch. He's still waiting under the leaf here. You know when he's finished because the slurping stops and Dino has a mighty great burp. He doesn't have very good manners at all. That mighty burp means that he's full up and ready for a little sleep. And whenever that happens, Tinysaurus waits a bit longer for the dinosaur to take a few big steps away to lie down and snooze. He's getting tired. He got his tummy full and he's tired. Probably already took his night bath. He's ready for bed. Then it's Tinysaurus's turn to eat the fallen fruit. There's no danger of a dinosaur waking up. He likes a long, lazy sleep after eating so much. He's a tired guy. Now, Tinysaurus is just having a little bit more to eat. So Tinysaurus has plenty of time to eat. A dinosaur lunchtime sleep is long. He's eating his meal all gone. Of course, Tinysaurus likes a little sleep after his lunch, but not too near to the dinosaur. If he flicks his tail or twitches, it isn't good to be too near. A dinosaur tail twitch could flatten a tiny dinosaur easily. He's being careful. Look at his big tail. If it switched around, it'd wipe him out. Tinysaurus always finds somewhere safe for his sleep, under some leaves or snuggled under a little bush. Sleepy time. He's got a full tummy and he's tired. Not too near, but not too far from the sleeping dinosaur because Tinysaurus likes to follow those big dinos. Kind of over here behind the bushes where he's safe and he can watch and listen for the big dinosaur. Because if you can't reach up high yourself, it's perfect if somebody else can. Just like when mom and dad get stuff up high off the shelf for you. The end.